Ryan Janto was part of last year's Sanford International, where he finished even par. Now, less than a year later, he's qualified for his first ever major.
The Augustana women's tennis team went undefeated in the regular season against NSIC competition and entered the conference tournament as the favorite, having won the last dozen tournament titles. On Sunday, the Vikings look to claim a 13th consecutive crown. The high school baseball and softball seasons are culminating with championships and a local connection to a basketball icon. Welcome to Sports Zone Saturday. I'm Ian Sachs. After dropping its first game in 3 weeks on Friday, Augustana had its backs against the wall in the NCAA Central Regional. Dakota Valley senior forward Jackson Wingert overcame a foot injury early in his career to become our first finalist for Player of the Year. Sioux Falls City FC entered Sunday undefeated, coming off consecutive 5-0 victories. City welcomed in Mankato United to Bob Young Field. In the 18th minute, the hosts lead 1-0 when Haley Christensen has it on her foot and one-times it past the keeper for her second score to double the lead to 2-0. 34th minute now, McKenna Lehman centers it to Yui Fuji, who causes the defender to fall and boots it home for the goal. Sioux Falls led 3-0 at the break. Then in the 54th minute, Katarina Olschlager has it in the corner and works her way through the defense, sending it to the top corner for the goal. Sioux Falls City has opened up a 4-0 lead en route to a 5-0 win over Mankato United. Well, the Sioux Falls Canaries won each of their first 2 games of the series with the Sioux City Explorers and claimed a dominant 8-2 victory on Saturday. The Birds looked for the 3-game sweep on the road on Sunday. Bases loaded with 2 out in the top of the first. Cam Cannon with the throw across the diamond to get the out of the jam and keep the Canaries off the board. Ryan Zimmerman on the bump for Sioux Falls, and a wild pitch here allows Nick Shumpert to score from third base. Explorers score the first run. Daniel Montano makes contact here, and Derek Mabin makes the play for the Canaries, but the fielder's choice brings home Scott Oda, and Sioux City leads 2-0. The Explorers hang on for the 7-6 win over the Canaries. Turning to the hardwood, nearly 100 high school basketball players played at a combine at the Sanford Pentagon on Sunday afternoon. The event, called the Sanford Sports Who's Next Combine, featured players from South Dakota and surrounding states. They did several drills working on ball handling, shooting, defense, and other aspects of the game. They showcased their skills for local college coaches and were able to see where they measure up against other kids in their age group.
Our goal 3 years ago when we first started this was to try to attract, provide a platform and an opportunity for these kids, the best players around, to get in one facility in one afternoon and be able to compete against one another.
Sanford will host a girls' combine at the Pentagon on Monday afternoon. That's a look at sports. We'll be right back. Harrisburg Gold began the weekend by scoring 21 runs and no-hitting Sturgis. On Sunday, Post 45 welcomed the Aberdeen Smitties to town. Bottom of the first, hosts down a pair. Eli Kokenge knocks a bloop single just past short. It drops for a hit and brings Jack Riley home to cut the deficit in half. Later in the frame, Noah Boucher hits a liner into left field. Tegan Muntz crosses the plate to even the score at 2. But that didn't last long. Top of the second now, Lance Siefkin drives one deep to left and over the wall for a home run. Smitties retake the lead 3-2, but Harrisburg Gold remained unbeaten with the 9-6 win over Aberdeen. The Silver Dollar Nationals came to a conclusion Saturday night, marking the end of 4 straight nights of races in Brandon. Out to the track we go for the late model race, and about 18 laps to go. It's Blair Nodorf who gets turned around, leading to a caution and momentary stop in the action. Fast forward to the final lap now, and it's Devin Moran who edges Bobby Pierce for the wire-to-wire victory and takes home the $53,000 purse. The season also continued at I-90 Speedway Saturday night, with the King of the Hill positions being picked by the card games. Hobby Stock win its Landon Crone. Then the King of the Hill time, Lee Goose Jr. and Nick Barger going at it, and the winner would be Barger. Moving ahead to the B Modifieds, and Tyler Tesh would go on to take his third win of the year. Then it was a wild start to the street stock feature. Everyone would be okay here, but it would take a while to separate the cars. When they finally did, Mike Chaney takes the win. And in the race saver sprints, Corbin Erickson goes on to claim the W. Well, the Minnesota Twins now officially have a new member in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Joe Mauer was enshrined in Cooperstown Sunday afternoon. The St. Paul native played all 15 of his major league seasons with the Twins, winning 3 batting titles and the 2009 AL MVP award. The durable catcher helped guide Minnesota to the playoffs multiple times, but joining the fraternity in Cooperstown is one honor he holds especially dear.
This moment is truly a dream come true. Thank you again to all who believed in me, supported me, and helped me achieve this remarkable honor.
Mauer batted .306 in his career and was inducted alongside Todd Helton, Adrian Beltre, and Jim Leland. Lastly, it was the final round of the Open Championship, and the day belonged to Xander Schauffele. We pick it up on 13, where he sinks this birdie putt. That moves into a tie for the lead at 7 under. Next hole, he's set up for another birdie, and it drops in. The American now alone atop the leaderboard at 8 under. And then at 16, he drops his score even lower. He carded a 65 with 6 birdies and no bogeys to finish 9 under and claim the Claret Jug. It's his second major title. He also won the PGA Championship back in May. We'll be right back. The Sioux Falls Little League team ran its way through the consolation side of the bracket to win the South Dakota State Championship this past weekend. The team outscored its opponents 50-5 over its 4 wins at the state tournament. After dropping its opening game, a 10-9 slugfest against Canyon Lake, Sioux Falls picked up 4 dominant victories to claim its 3rd straight crown. The team points to its success at the Dish as one of the major factors in advancing to the Midwest Regionals.
Looking back, we're hitting over 530 as a team through 7 games, and that's pretty impressive no matter what level of baseball you're playing at. And you know, we played some great competition in the state tournament and teams we've battled with in close games.
Sioux Falls will open the Midwest Regional against the North Dakota State champ next Friday, August 2nd. And coming up tonight at 10, we'll hear more from the team and find out how its pitching has progressed through this postseason run.